Hi, I'm George Maestri, and today we're going to take a look at animation. We're going to actually have this character lift up a ball. Now, I've had a lot of students who've actually struggled with this problem, and it's really not that hard. So let me just take you through a simple procedure for having your character pick up something and then set it back down. So now we're going to go ahead to a similar scene. We're going to go to liftObject.ma. And this is the exact same scene, except he's not lifting the object. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Now, I'm going to jump out to my 4 view, and I have a perspective view here, so we can actually move around a little bit. Now, when you lift an object from a character, you can do it using a number of different techniques. Some people like to link the object and do kind of a constraint type thing. I find the easiest way to do this is to simply duplicate the object and then hide it and unhide it. So let me show you how to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and select this character's hand control here. He has a right hand IK control. And this is really what is animating. So you can see here we have our anticipation at frame 4. And then he touches the ball at frame 12. Does a little bit of a hold or a settle up to about frame 20, and then he lifts it up. So here we have between frames 20 and 28 is where he's lifting it up. And so we need to attach the ball to his hand so that it shows up. Now, what I usually do is I simply just duplicate this object. So I'm going to go into my outliner here so we can take a look at what we have here. I have an object called red ball. And so what I'm going to do is just duplicate it. So I'm going to go Edit, Duplicate, and it duplicates it in place. It has red ball 1. Okay, so now we've got 2 of these. So what we're going to do is hide one and then attach the other one to his hand. So I'm going to take this red ball 1 and I'm going to actually dig through the hierarchy here. Now this is going to depend upon your character and how your character is rigged, but there will be an object that is animating here. And so I have under here, through all this little hierarchy, I have an object here called right hand IK control. And so I'm going to take this red ball 1, middle click and drag it so that it is a child of right hand IK control. But when you link it, you're going to link it in a place where we have both of these overlapping in his hand in the correct position. So now you can see we've got this second ball is now basically just stuck to his hand. So all we have to do now is animate a little bit of a switch. We're going to do some sleight of hand here using visibility. So I'm going to turn visibility off for frame 0. In fact, let's go ahead and just set a key for that. And then for this one here, I'll also set a key. We're really just setting keys for visibility, but I'll go ahead and just set one for everything here. So now we're coming down here, and his hand touches the ball at 14, and it lifts at 21. So let's go ahead and do the switch between 20 and 21. So on frame 20, I'm going to select the original one, red ball, and I'm going to set a key with visibility on. And then on frame 21, we're going to turn visibility off and set another key. So now, as soon as he starts to lift that, it goes away. So now we're going to do the opposite for the other ball. So I'm going to go into here, find red ball 1, and you can see that it's hidden here. So on frame 20, I'm going to, again, set a key to keep it hidden. And then here, we're going to turn on visibility. I'm going to go ahead and turn on visibility here. And again, set a key. So now, you can see that I have this one selected. And you can see just from the wireframe how this is the point where it switches. And now we can see it. And now we've got the exact opposite problem. We need to reveal the other ball at frame 44 or 45. Let's go ahead and do it at frame 44. So again, I'm going to set a key for the visibility of the second ball, which is red ball 1. And then on frame 45, I'm going to disappear it. So I'm going to animate visibility to 0 or off and set another key. So now he holds it, sets it down, and you can see that when he starts to lift up his hand, well, there's nothing under there. Well, that's easy to fix. All we have to do is go to the original red ball, set a key for visibility here at frame 44, and then at frame 45, we need to turn that one back on. And again, set a keyframe. So now, go ahead and just click off of this. We've got this scene where he lifts it up, sets it down, and there we go. It's very seamless. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight the original one so you can see that this one has its wireframe showing. So you can see that right here, we switch to the second one, and then we put it back down, and then we switch to the original. Okay, and that's all done with visibility. So as you can see, this is a very easy technique. It's the technique that I use probably 9 times out of 10 for this sort of animation situation. Now remember, there's a couple of key things that you need to do when you use this technique. The first one is copy the object in place and don't touch it so that they're exactly in the same place. And then when you link the second object to the character's hand, make sure that the character's hand is already animated to the proper position. And once you have those two things in place, it's just a matter of getting the visibilities turning on and off at the same time. So I hope this helps you out with your animation, and hope to see you next time.